Hello and welcome to our discussion on the future of work. As we all know, the workplace is rapidly evolving, and we're here today to talk about this evolution and how it will impact all of us. In particular, we'll be discussing the role of AI in shaping the future of work and the skills and mindsets that will be crucial for navigating this changing landscape. This topic is more relevant today than ever before, because of the increasing rate of technological advancement and the significant role that AI is playing in automating routine tasks and changing the way we work. The discussions in this video will be split into 3 sections. Section 1 will talk about navigating a transforming landscape with AI and innovation. Section 2 deals with the topic, how remote work is redefining professional spaces. And Section 3 will guide you through the process of embracing flexibility in the evolving workplace. Now, before we begin, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. It helps us to reach more people with our mission to inspire and empower everyone to build a life they love through entrepreneurship. Also, please give this video a like if you find it helpful and share your thoughts in the comments section below. We value your feedback and can't wait to hear what you have to say. So let's dive right in. Section 1. Navigating a transforming landscape with AI and innovation. The rise of AI has sparked both excitement and anxiety about the future of work. While some fear that AI-powered automation will lead to job losses, others are optimistic about the new opportunities and efficiencies that AI can bring. One thing is certain, though, that the world of work will never be the same again. And understanding the evolving landscape is crucial for anyone who wants to thrive in the years to come. That's where our session comes in. We've designed it to help you navigate this exciting and rapidly changing landscape. You'll learn about the key trends shaping the future of work, the impact of AI on different industries, and the skills and mindsets you need to stay ahead of the curve. In this section, we'll cover 3 important topics. First, we'll discuss the changing nature of work itself, including the rise of remote and hybrid work, the gig economy, and the increasing demand for flexible, adaptable workers. Second, we'll delve into the transformative power of AI and its impact on various industries. We'll explore how AI is automating routine tasks, creating new job opportunities, and changing the skills and mindsets required in the workplace. Finally, we'll share practical tips and strategies for individuals who want to thrive in the future of work. We'll discuss the skills and mindsets you need to stay ahead of the curve, as well as the steps you can take to upskill and reskill yourself for the jobs of tomorrow. So whether you're an employee looking to stay relevant in your field, or an employer trying to attract and retain top talent, this session will provide you with valuable insights and actionable next steps. Now is the time to invest in your own human capital, to learn and adapt, so that you can thrive in the future of work. Don't miss out on this opportunity. All right, let's dive into the first topic, the changing nature of work. Work is no longer just something we do to earn a living. It's an integral part of our lives that shapes our identity, provides us with a sense of purpose, and allows us to contribute to society. But the nature of work is changing rapidly, and we're at the cusp of a new era. Gone are the days when people stayed at the same company for decades and retired with a gold watch. Today's workforce is more mobile than ever before, with employees switching jobs every 2 to 3 years. This trend towards job hopping is driven by several factors, including a desire for new challenges, better pay and benefits, and a more flexible work-life balance. The rise of remote and hybrid work has also contributed to this shift, as employees now have more options and flexibility in where and how they work. The gig economy is another major trend that's changing the nature of work. More and more people are choosing to become freelancers, independent contractors, or part-time workers rather than pursuing traditional full-time employment. This shift is driven by several factors, including the desire for greater autonomy and flexibility, as well as the growing availability of online platforms that make it easy to find and manage remote work. So what does this mean for the future of work? It means that workers will need to be more adaptable and flexible than ever before. The ability to learn new skills quickly, work independently, and collaborate with others remotely will be highly valued by employers. In addition, workers will need to be able to work with and leverage AI tools to enhance their productivity and effectiveness. As we move forward, it's clear that the nature of work will continue to evolve and change. Embracing these changes and being open to new possibilities will be key to thriving in the future of work. All right, now let's move on to our second topic, the transformative power of AI. Artificial intelligence is one of the most transformative technologies of our time, and it's poised to revolutionize the way we live, work, and interact with the world around us. AI has already made significant inroads into many industries and is changing the way we do business. From chatbots and virtual assistants to self-driving cars and facial recognition technology, AI is becoming more sophisticated and capable every day. One of the most significant impacts of AI on the workplace is the automation of routine tasks. Repetitive tasks that were once the domain of human workers are now being performed by machines, freeing up humans to focus on more creative and strategic work. For example, AI-powered tools can now generate realistic images and videos from text descriptions, which can save designers and content creators a significant amount of time and effort. While some people may fear that AI-powered automation will lead to job losses, others argue that it will actually create new job opportunities. As AI takes over routine tasks, there will be a growing demand for workers who can design, develop, and maintain AI systems. In addition, AI is likely to create new industries and job roles that we haven't even thought of yet. In addition to its impact on the workplace, AI is also transforming the way we learn and develop new skills. Online learning platforms are now using AI to personalize the learning experience for each student, providing customized content and recommendations based on individual needs and interests. This can help learners acquire new skills more efficiently and effectively. Despite the many benefits of AI, it's essential to recognize its limitations. AI systems are only as good as the data they're trained on, and they can perpetuate and even amplify existing biases. It's crucial to develop AI systems that are fair, transparent, and accountable to ensure that they benefit society as a whole. To thrive in the future of work, it's essential to embrace lifelong learning and develop a growth mindset. Be willing to learn new skills and adapt to changing circumstances. This will help you stay relevant in the job market and be prepared for the opportunities and challenges that AI and other technological advancements may bring. As we look to the future, it's clear that AI will play an increasingly important role in our lives. By understanding its potential benefits and limitations, we can harness its power to create a better future for all of us. Now let's move on to our third topic, the skills and mindsets for the future of work. To thrive in the future of work, it's essential to develop a growth mindset and be willing to learn new skills and adapt to changing circumstances. Some of the skills that will be in high demand include digital literacy, AI proficiency, creativity, and emotional intelligence. Digital literacy is the ability to use digital tools and platforms effectively. As our world becomes increasingly digital, the ability to navigate the internet, use productivity tools, and manage online accounts will be in high demand. AI proficiency is another essential skill for the future of work. As AI becomes more prevalent in the workplace, workers who can use AI tools effectively will be highly sought after. This includes the ability to train AI systems, interpret their outputs, and use them to improve efficiency and effectiveness. Creativity will also be in high demand in the future of work. As AI takes over more routine tasks, there will be a growing need for workers who can think creatively and come up with innovative solutions to complex problems. Emotional intelligence is another crucial skill for the future of work. As workplaces become more diverse and complex, the ability to understand and manage one's emotions and the emotions of others will be essential for building strong relationships and fostering collaboration. In addition to these technical skills, It's also important to develop soft skills such as communication, collaboration, and problem solving. These skills are essential for success in any field and will help you stand out in the job market. There are several ways to develop the skills you need to thrive in the future of work. Online courses and tutorials are a great way to learn new skills and stay up to date with the latest trends and technologies. Many platforms offer courses on everything from digital literacy to AI proficiency to creative thinking and emotional intelligence. Another option is to attend workshops, seminars, and conferences related to your field. This is a great way to network with other professionals and learn about the latest developments and trends. You can also join professional organizations and groups to connect with others in your field and stay up to date with industry news and events. It's also important to stay curious and keep learning, even if you don't have any specific goals in mind. By staying curious and keeping an open mind, you'll be better equipped to take advantage of the opportunities that come your way. As we look to the future of work, it's clear that the pace of change will continue to accelerate. By developing a growth mindset and investing in our own human capital, we can ensure that we're ready for whatever challenges and opportunities come our way. Thank you for joining us for this session on the future of work. We hope you found it insightful and informative. Remember, the future of work is being shaped by major trends, such as the rise of remote and hybrid work, the growth of the gig economy, and the increasing adoption of AI. By staying informed and investing in our own human capital, we can position ourselves for success in the years to come. Thank you for watching and continue with the next section.
Section 2. How remote work is redefining professional spaces. How do we create an office space that's ready for tomorrow? The new world of work is here. Employees have options. They can choose where they work, when they work, and how they work. And it's up to us as business leaders to create an environment that attracts, retains, and inspires our talent. In this section, we'll look at how companies around the globe are embracing change and reimagining their workplaces. We'll explore how adaptable, inspiring, and sustainable office spaces can help attract and retain top talent and ultimately drive business success. Let's dive in. I'm one of the creators of a global movement. My mission is to unite people, businesses, and communities through inspiring and sustainable office spaces. Today, we come together to discuss how the future of work is changing our offices and what we can do about it. You know, a lot has been said and written about the future of work, but we believe that the real future of work is happening right now, and it's our responsibility as business leaders to make sure that we're part of that conversation. Now, before we get into the topic, I want to take a moment to recognize all of you for being part of the community. Your commitment to creating inspiring, sustainable, and adaptable workspaces is what makes this movement so powerful. Together, we're driving positive change in the built environment and creating better workplaces for everyone. So thank you for being here. The global pandemic was a catalyst for change. It accelerated trends that were already underway, forcing us to rethink the way we work, and it made people and companies think out of the box. Overnight, many companies went from 0% remote work to 100% remote work, and employees quickly adapted to working from home. Many of us felt isolated, disconnected, and really missed the camaraderie of working alongside our colleagues. At the same time, some of us discovered that working remotely gave us more flexibility and autonomy over our schedules and work environments. When the pandemic finally came to an end, which it did, we realized that employees had new expectations and demands for how and where they worked. Research shows that employees are looking for more flexibility, autonomy, and balance in their work lives. In fact, in a survey, 82% of employees worldwide said that they would consider leaving their current employer if they didn't have the option to work remotely. As business leaders, it's up to us to listen to these demands and adapt or risk losing top talent. But why is it important to adapt? Why is it important to create a workplace that's ready for tomorrow? Well, because our employees are our greatest asset, and if we don't take care of them, they will find work elsewhere. By creating an inspiring, sustainable, and adaptable workspace, we can attract and retain top talent. In our survey, 67% of employees said that they would choose to work for a company that offered flexible work arrangements over one that did own. So by offering remote work options, we can appeal to a wider pool of talent and find the best people for the job, regardless of where they live. Creating an adaptable workspace also allows us to respond quickly to changes in the market. As we've seen, The ability to quickly shift to remote work can be critical to our success. And finally, by creating a sustainable workspace, we can attract employees who care about the environment. In another survey, 72% of employees said that they would be more likely to work for a company that was committed to sustainability. One of the keys to creating an adaptable workspace is to focus on the employee experience. What does your ideal workspace look like? How does it feel? What kind of energy does it have? By understanding what our employees want and need, we can create workspaces that support their physical, mental, and emotional well-being. For example, in our own workspaces, we've created quiet zones for those who need to focus, collaborate areas for team meetings, and social spaces for employees to connect with each other. We've also made sure to incorporate natural elements such as plants and natural light to create a more calming and inviting atmosphere. Another key to creating an adaptable workspace is to embrace technology. Technology can help us create more flexible, efficient, and sustainable workspaces. For example, technology can allow us to easily adjust room temperatures and lighting levels to create the perfect environment for work. It can also allow us to collaborate more effectively with employees who are working remotely. But perhaps the most important thing that technology can do is give us insights into how our workspace is being used. With this data, we can make informed decisions about how to allocate space and resources, ensuring that our workspace is always being used in the most effective way possible. Here are some examples of how technology can be used to create more adaptable, inspiring, and sustainable workspaces. First, smart building technology can help us create more comfortable and inviting workspaces. For example, by adjusting the temperature and lighting levels automatically based on the time of day and the weather outside, we can create a more pleasant work environment for our employees. This can lead to increased productivity and job satisfaction. Second, technology can help us better understand how our workspace is being used. By tracking things like foot traffic and occupancy rates, we can identify areas that are underutilized and find ways to use them more effectively. We can also use technology to track energy usage and identify areas where we can reduce our environmental impact. Third, technology can help us collaborate more effectively with employees who are working remotely. For example, by using video conferencing technology, we can hold meetings and presentations that include employees who are working from home. This can help us maintain a sense of community and ensure that everyone feels included. Fourth, technology can help us create more flexible workspaces. For example, by investing in furniture that can be easily reconfigured, we can create spaces that can be used for a variety of purposes. This can help us accommodate different types of work and make the most out of our office space. Fifth, technology can help us create more sustainable workspaces. For example, by investing in energy-efficient lighting and appliances, we can reduce our environmental impact and create a healthier work environment for our employees. Of course, technology isn't the only thing that we can do to create a workplace that's ready for tomorrow. We also need to create a culture that values flexibility, autonomy, and balance. A culture that values these things will enable employees to do their best work and help us attract and retain top talent. So, how do we create a culture that values flexibility, autonomy, and balance? Well, it starts with leadership. Leaders need to model the behaviors that they want to see in their employees. They need to be flexible and adaptable in the face of change and give their employees the autonomy to do their work in the way that they see fit. Leaders also need to create a culture of trust and psychological safety so that employees feel comfortable taking risks and speaking up. We also need to ensure that our policies and procedures support our culture. This means creating flexible work arrangements that allow employees to work remotely, offering generous parental leave policies, encouraging employees to take time off when they need it. By creating a culture that values flexibility, autonomy, and balance, we can create a workplace that's attractive to top talent. So what does the workplace of tomorrow look like? Well, it looks a lot like today, except it's more flexible, more sustainable, and more adaptable. It's a workplace that's designed around the employee experience and that embraces technology to create a more efficient, effective, and sustainable workspace. It's a workplace that's ready for anything, including the next pandemic. Creating a workplace that's ready for tomorrow requires a shift in mindset. It means embracing change and being willing to experiment with new ways of working. It also means listening to our employees and creating a workplace that supports their needs. By doing this, we can create a workplace that's not just ready for tomorrow, but that's also inspiring, sustainable, and adaptable. It's a workplace that will help us attract and retain top talent and drive our business forward. Now, let's move to the next interesting section. Before that, remember to stay curious, keep creating, and never stop innovating.
Section 3. Embracing flexibility in the evolving workplace. The traditional 9-to-5 workday has been the norm for many years. However, with the rapid pace of technological advancement and changing workforce demographics, this traditional work schedule is becoming increasingly outdated. It no longer fits the needs of both employers and employees. So if your company is still stuck in the 9-to-5 mindset, it's time to let go. Here are 5 reasons why it's time to say goodbye to the 9-to-5 work schedule. Reason 1. To attract top talent, companies must think outside the box when it comes to benefits and perks. One way to stand out from the competition is by offering flexible work arrangements. According to a survey conducted by FlexJob, an online platform for remote and flexible jobs, 87% of workers would choose a flexible work option over a pay raise. Additionally, 65% of workers between the ages of 18 and 34 would take a pay cut in exchange for a flexible work arrangement. The same holds true for a study by the Society for Human Resource Management found that 64% of millennials would give up some of their income to have more control over when and where they worked. In today's competitive job market, offering a traditional 9-to-5 work schedule simply isn't enough to attract and retain top talent. Companies must be willing to experiment with different work arrangements to stay ahead of the curve. This can include allowing employees to set their own hours, offering compressed work weeks, or enabling employees to work remotely. By offering flexible work arrangements, companies can demonstrate that they are forward-thinking and which can make them more attractive to potential employees. Reason 2. Boost productivity with a flexible approach to work. For many years, the traditional 9-to-5 work schedule has been seen as the standard for productivity. However, recent studies have shown that this may not necessarily be the most effective approach. A 9-hour workday with 1 hour for lunch was found to be less productive than a 7-hour workday with 2 15-minute breaks and no lunch break. Additionally, research shows that employees who are given more autonomy over their work schedule are more productive and satisfied with their jobs. Offering flexible work hours allows employees to work when they are most productive. Some employees may be more productive early in the morning, while others may be more productive later in the day. Allowing employees to set their own hours can help them to find a better work-life balance and ultimately lead to increased productivity. Flexible work arrangements can also help companies to reduce absenteeism, and absenteeism refers to employees taking time off work because they are sick or otherwise unable to work. Presenteeism, on the other hand, occurs when employees come to work despite being sick. Both absenteeism and presenteeism can be costly for businesses, but flexible work arrangements can help to mitigate these issues. When employees are given the flexibility to take time off when they need it, they are less likely to come to work sick. They are also less likely to use sick leave for personal reasons, knowing that they will have to use paid time off instead. Ultimately, reducing absenteeism and presenteeism can help companies to improve productivity and reduce costs. Reason 3. Increase employee morale with a results-oriented approach. It's not about how long you work, it's about what you accomplish. That's why it's time to let go of the 9-to-5 mindset. Focusing on results rather than hours worked can help to increase employee morale for several reasons. First, it demonstrates trust. When you give your employees the freedom to manage their own time, it shows that you trust them to get the job done. This can lead to increased feelings of autonomy and control over their work, which can boost employee morale. Second, it encourages employees to focus on quality over quantity. When you're only working a certain number of hours, you may feel pressured to rush through your work in order to get it done on time. This can lead to mistakes and decrease morale. However, when you focus on results, employees are able to take their time and produce high-quality work without feeling rushed. Third, it promotes a healthy work-life balance. The traditional 9-to-5 workday can make it difficult for employees to balance their work responsibilities with their personal lives. When you let go of the 9-to-5 mindset and focus on results, employees are able to set boundaries and ensure that they have time for both work and personal life. This can lead to increased job satisfaction and overall happiness. Finally, it fosters a culture of accountability. When you focus on results, employees are accountable for what they accomplish, not how long they work. This can lead to increased motivation and a sense of ownership over their work. Overall, focusing on results rather than hours worked can help to create a more positive and productive work environment. Reason 4. Embrace diversity and inclusion by adopting a results-only work environment. Embracing a results-only work environment, sometimes referred to as a RO, can be a great way to promote diversity and inclusion in the workplace. A key aspect of diversity and inclusion is creating an environment where everyone feels like they belong and can contribute their best work regardless of their background or circumstances. This can be achieved by implementing a few key strategies. Firstly, clearly communicate that everyone is valued and their contributions are important. Make sure all employees understand that they are all responsible for achieving the company's goals, and that everyone's voice is heard and respected. Secondly, provide flexible work arrangements. Offer employees the ability to work remotely, flexibly, or compressed hours where possible. This will allow employees to better manage their work-life balance and accommodate different needs such as childcare or elder care responsibilities, which often fall disproportionately on women and people of color. Thirdly, led by example. Managers and leaders should model the behaviors and attitudes that are expected of all employees. This means treating all employees fairly and ensuring that everyone has access to the same opportunities and resources regardless of their background. By embracing diversity and inclusion, companies can create a more equitable and just workplace for all employees. Reason 5. Prepare your business for success by ditching the 9-to-5 mentality. Letting go of the 9-to-5 mentality is essential for any business looking to thrive in the modern world. Not only will it help to boost productivity and morale, but it will also prepare your business for success in an ever-changing world. To do this, it's important to take several key steps. Firstly, embrace change and be willing to experiment with new ways of working. This could involve things like allowing employees to work remotely or implementing flexible working hours. Secondly, focus on results rather than hours worked. This will help to create a more productive and efficient workforce, while also boosting employee morale. Thirdly, embrace diversity and inclusion in your workplace. This can help you to tap into a wider pool of talent and create a more equitable and just workplace. Finally, invest in your employees and provide them with the training and development opportunities they need to succeed. This will help to ensure that your employees are equipped with the necessary skills and knowledge to thrive in a rapidly changing world. By taking these steps, you can create a more flexible, inclusive, and results-driven workplace that is prepared for the challenges and opportunities of the modern world. I hope this video has helped you navigate through the changing work landscape. Are you ready to join the movement and let go of the 9-to-5 mentality? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content. Thank you for watching, and remember, it's time to embrace the future of work.